This is Charles Manson. This is the CIA. According to Tom Winnill in his book Chaos, the two of them were doing shady things. Remember that good old project that involved mind control and killing, called MK Ultra. You see, there is more that meet the eyes when it comes to Charles Manson, the embodiment of evil itself, but I have wonder, after reading this book, was Manson a product of the CIA and Operation MK Ultra? Evidence presented in the book shows that Manson basically had a free jail card. He was arrested several times before the Tate LaBianca murders and getting away scot-free. On June 4, 1969, Manson and 4 of his followers were arrested. After 24 hours they were released, even though Manson was on federal parole. On June 1968, 5 women were arrested for drug possession and contributing to the delinquency of minors, but they had their guardian angel Roger Smith, Manson parole officer, to help them get out of jail. One of the women was Susan Atkins, that eventually participated in the famous killing in Cielo Drive. Manson and the family members were receiving medical treatment at the Haight-Ashbury Free Medical Clinic, where, funny enough, Dr. Roger Smith was doing experiment with amphetamine on people. Project called ARP. The founder of this clinic, Dr. David Smith, a man who was injecting LSD to rats and study them, described the family's frequent trip to his clinic in his book, Journal of Psychedelic Drugs. Once that Manson settled in Haight-Ashbury, thanks to the insisting of Roger Smith, Dave Smith described how Manson started reprogram his followers with acid and mind games. In the spawn of 2 years, Manson transformed his followers from love and peace hippies to Terminator-like assassins who did his bidding. Weirdly enough, after Manson's arrest, following the Tate LaBianca killings, files from Dr. Roger Smith were stolen from the clinic. Dr. Ernest Dernberg recalls the incident. Quote, "It didn't make sense for someone to steal these things when didn't inherently have any value to the average individual. It seemed to have a more nefarious purpose. Nothing else was stolen from the clinic that day." All of these details laid out by Tom Winnill point out to the possible collaboration between Dr. Roger Smith, Dr. Dave Smith and Charles Manson into the transformation of the family members.